everyone, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and I'm back for another Terrific Tuesday video, and this time I had time to get into my craft room and design something new to share with you. First I want to share with you, this was one of the swap cards that I shared with you last week, and this one was inspired by my dear good friend Jennifer Cotton, and I absolutely loved her card and decided that I would show you a neat technique using her exact same design, but I actually used the tissue paper technique to make my card, and that's what I want to share with you today. I'm not sure if you can see this wrinkle effect right here, and that is done with tissue paper. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you how I did this card. So I'm going to actually bring in a piece of my grid paper because this gets a little messy and I don't want my paper here to get all dirty. But I just use regular tissue paper that I get at the dollar store or any kind of a department store. I just cut it plenty big. What you're going to be doing is going to be gluing it down to a piece of white cardstock once we do all of our stamping and everything we need to do on that. So with that, let's go ahead and get stamping. I'm going to leave my sample here so you can kind of see that. Let me move this over. You can kind of see what I'm going to be doing. So the stamp set that I'm using today is called Oh So Eclectic, and this is found on page 132 and 133 of our catalog. And there's a full product line that goes with that, but I'm just going to be using the stamp set, none of the paper, or the I'm actually using some ribbon from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all my stamping onto this tissue paper, and so I'm using lemon lime twist and one of the stamps, and I'm going to stamp right onto that tissue paper like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Berry Burst ink and using the exact same stamp set. So what I did is I used this right here for the lemon lime twist, and I'm going to be using this one for the to stamp on top of it. So, and this you don't have to have perfect. You just kind of go on top the blob there that you have. I made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. And you're just going to stamp right on top of them. Okay, and then what I did is I also used from the exact same stamp set and just added a little bit of stamping to the bottom of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what you can see I'm doing is I'm stamping on and then again a second time because I want to kind of have a little bit of some lighter, some darker look to this. So I'm going to go like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to actually take this piece of tin foil, and I know we're going to scrunch it all up like this. I know, really hard. It's hard to see that, but the scrunchier the better. Okay, and then we're going to just open it all back up. And then I'm going to be using a glue stick. And I know that Stampin' Up! No longer sells these glue sticks, but you can get any kind of a glue stick at any store that will work the exact same way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue all over the piece of this cardstock. Now this cardstock is cut to 5 by 3 3/4, and I will have all of the measurements as well on my blog. And the blog post for this card will be in the description of this YouTube video, so make sure you check that out. I will have all of the descriptions and more pictures of it and things like that. Okay, so now you can see why I have this piece of paper underneath of here because it gets really, really dirty. So what I'm going to do now is going to center these flowers onto this piece of paper. And I know that I overstamped too many of the little petal prints down here in the bottom, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to gently pat this tissue paper on top of this piece of paper. I don't want to rub it to the end because I don't want all those wrinkles to come out because that's the technique that I want. I want them to look a little ruffled in there. So I'm just patting this down all the way around. Okay, and then I have to go grab my scissors, so bear with me. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut around this. So this tissue paper is a little bit big. I probably could have used it littler, but I wanted to be able to give you guys a good demonstration. And I could also use the paper trimmer if I wanted to cut these, but I find that it cuts just really simple with a pair of paper snips. And make sure you get those corners glued down really, really good. So again, I encourage you, if you haven't joined my mailing list yet, to please do so. I'm going to be sending out tutorials every Friday, and I also do a Terrific Tuesday video every Tuesday. And I've been trying to incorporate some techniques and just some all-around cute, simple cards that you can be easy duplicatable. Okay, so there's that. Then in advance, I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock that I've already cut to 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it 4 1/4. And then I cut a piece of the Berry Burst cardstock. This is cut to 5 1/4 by 4. And what I'm gonna do now is I am going to glue. Let me get that pushed down. Make sure those corners get really good. But I'm going to adhere this down to my card using some fast fuse. And then what I did is I actually did all of my stamping and creating of this fun little embellishment prior. And I love this on Jennifer's card. Let me bring her blue one back in and show you that. Thought it was so cute, and so I just copied the same thing. This is one of our new label punches that is in our annual catalog, and then this circle punch is 1 1/4 and the 1 inch, and I used the Oh Hello Friend from the stamp set, but any of those would fit in there. You're Just Lovely, Missing You, any of those would fit inside of there. And then I just cut a piece of ribbon and I folded it over, and I did the same thing with some of this little mini sequin trim, and I did put 3 dimensionals on there. So make sure you layer your ribbon and your sequin trim prior to putting those dimensionals on. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off those dimensionals, and I have a simple cute card doing the tissue paper technique. So let me bring that in so you can kind of see. It's a nice little wow card. People will ask you, how did you do that? Which is why I love making techniques. And that one's just a quick and simple one. You could also get experimenting with different colors of tissue paper as well. I chose just to use white for the purpose of my demonstration for you today, but I encourage you to try it with other colors and see what you like as your combination. So thanks for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this card. Make sure you join my mailing list at kimsbasementbunch.com and comment on my video for your chance to win. It's great to be back, and I look forward to sharing more inspirational projects with you. Have a great day.